welcome to Our Conversations, a conversation that started with the Cousins Reunion, and now we'd like to share our conversations with you. I'm Eliana, and I like to use YouTube, um, Facebook, Instagram, and lately I've been really interested in Twitter.
Hi, I'm Vonda. I mainly use Instagram. I like to use Facebook as well. I use YouTube often. And I also dabble in Twitter.
Hi, I'm Dino, and yes, you will find me on Facebook, but just for the business, I'm mainly on Instagram. That is my platform for social media.
Hi, I'm Crystal, and I use Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So our topic for today is social media. And as of January 2021, there's an estimate 3.9 billion social media users in the world. And so what that means is that about half of the globe is currently using social media in one platform or another. So what happens when we give our opinions and perspectives on this topic? Of course, we always respect everyone's opinions and perspectives. So hopefully our conversation will encourage you to and motivate you to have these kinds of conversations in your own circle of family and friends.
So the question that I have for you today, and for all of us to give our opinion, is who's your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber is Iagon, and he has Project Nightfall. He's a very controversial YouTuber. It took him 8 years to actually start his YouTube channel. But in one night, which is why it's called Project Nightfall, he was able to come up with the concept and pretty much create this YouTube page that has millions of followers. And we're called the Night Fam. So it's really good. You should check it out. So Dino, what do you think? Or Crystal, what do you think? Crystal, who's your favorite YouTuber?
So my favorite YouTuber right now is Bailey Sarian. So she is interested in combining two of her passions, which is true crime and makeup. So she tells, like, I know it's a weird combination, but so she does basically murder mystery. She talks about true crimes that have happened while she does her makeup tutorials. So you're like hearing about these like really wild, crazy stories, things that have really happened, more popular, like top crimes that are in the media that everyone knows about, and maybe some lesser known ones while she's doing her makeup. It's an odd combination, but it's really interesting. And I love anything that's like true crime and like mystery. I just love it. She has almost 5 million subscribers, and she has
that sounds like something I would watch.
Yes, you should totally watch it. And she has like I think almost 300 videos that she's done over time. So she's really cool. I like her.
Nice.
Yeah, what about you, Dino?
So I don't have a favorite YouTuber. I do go on YouTube. I watch a lot of artists do tutorials on their paintings. So they'll start off with a blank canvas, and then they'll do, a whole video of them doing the whole painting. Now, I don't have a specific artist that I follow or a specific YouTuber, but that's mainly my use on YouTube. That's basically what I go on there for. Vonda, do you go on YouTube at all? Do you have a YouTuber?
I don't have a favorite YouTuber, but I use YouTube often. I use it for cooking recipes. I'll use it for, I like to look up, like they have these Catholic prayers that you can say morning and night. I use that often. I like using it for basically things that I need or like. I don't necessarily follow anyone or do anything like that. No. So no, I don't have a favorite YouTuber. I do want to ask you guys though about something I found out recently about that I don't really know anything about. It's TikTok. I asked my daughter about it the other day because of our conversation. And she told me that that's the most relevant thing right now, that people are using, celebrities and things like that. The kids, I guess, make videos, and it's mostly kind of like a trend type of thing that they do. So I didn't know if, you, Eliana, know anything about it, but me, zero.
Yes, I have teenagers and I'm able to see their TikTok posts. I see them and their friends practice dances before they actually record, or they'll record the TikTok, then change it and record it again. It's very competitive. What I like about TikTok that I've seen, it's very interactive, and it helps them to socialize. I think it's a nice way to the way that now, there's a lot of data about social media and the impact on teenagers. So not only are adults posting TikTok videos, but also there are families posting TikTok videos. One of my favorite ones is they're dancing a Cape Verdean song, and it's like a husband and wife, then it switches to another couple, and it catches the husband off guard because the wife is dancing first, and then the husband jumps in and dances with her. It's great.
Cool. Very nice.
And just before I pass on this question, I just wanted to say that today I found out that a young girl in Malaysia used TikTok as a platform to bring awareness. And what she did was she used TikTok to basically tell the world that her teacher had made a sexist comment about rape. And it might not be appropriate to say what he said, but it's basically gone viral, and didn't sing or dance, but she was able to use it to communicate to the world that in Malaysia.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So what do you think, Crystal? Do you like TikTok?
It sounds really weird to say this, because even though I'm around teenagers all the time as a teacher and I see them use it, I don't use it myself, but I'm I thoroughly enjoy watching them use it. And I mean, as long as they're not so distracted by the lesson that I'm trying to deliver, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it can be distracting for them sometimes. But it's really fun to see them interact with each other in a way that's lighthearted and funny. We know that there are so many things that can be very dark on social media. And so TikTok is something that seems to be one of the more lighthearted and, like you said, competitive and fun activities that they can do. They're trying to imitate other people's dance moves, and dancing is always a good stress reliever. So I actually enjoy it. I've never been called in to participate in a TikTok. I don't know. I guess I'm not cool enough for the teenagers, but
the same way.
I'm not either.
I wouldn't mind.
Me neither.
I wouldn't mind. I'm watching from afar, but I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't been asked to participate in a TikTok video yet. I'm not sure if I will, but I definitely enjoy majority of the videos that I've seen. It's very creative, right? So you're your own director, right? You're your own producer. That's the art that I love about the whole TikTok. And then the message that a lot of people, like you said, Eliana, some people are actually putting positive messages out there via TikTok. So I love it for all of that. I love it for the message. I love it for the art. But me, myself, I have yet to open up a TikTok page, create a TikTok video yet.
Me
I don't
neither.
know. We'll see.
I think
how
we
that
should.
goes.
The four of us should, and then we can all be on one.
It may be. You know what I mean? Like, I love what TikTok is doing. I'm glad that at one point it was banned, right? And then now it's back in the United States. So I love the fact that it's back on. But now it's different, right? Because now on the other social media platforms you have, such as Instagram and Facebook, the youth are being influenced by the wrong people, right? So you got a lot of these young kids that feel like, now to me, I feel like the females feel like they have to put their body out there to be accepted, and the males have to show what they're spending their money on to be accepted. You know what I mean? So the as far as the males go, teaching them that money value is not, it's nothing. There's no value to money. You know what I mean? More than yourself. But what we need to do is teach these females, because it's getting really, really bad. You got young teenagers pretty much posting nothing but bikini photos in the wintertime, just trying to show off their bodies to be accepted. Like, I don't have any kids. You guys have kids. You two have daughters. I mean, that's tough. How's that conversation? How do you guys feel about that? Like, Eliana, how do you feel about that? Having, daughters?
Yes, I'm very, very concerned. Sometimes what happens is it could be something that they're sharing with somebody else, but that person will either take a picture or record what they're sharing, like very intimate photos of themselves, and then it just spreads. So now you've got a kid who could be blackmailed, that has to do something because now they're being threatened because their photos will be out there. It's really, I'm seeing them, it's causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. I think they're trying to get attention and trying to fit in and belong, which is part of that, like, developmentally experience as a young person. But the concerning thing for me with social media is that it's not just within the family, like we're talking right now. Right? We're about to post this and it's going to go viral. It's going out to everybody. So being cautious about what you put on social media from a global standpoint, knowing that there's something up in the universe taking these pictures and gathering all this information, it's just very scary. Yeah, I don't like that the youth are exposing themselves. Crystal, what about you? I know you work with youth every single day. And it's high school aged, right? So mine are a little bit younger and they're already exposed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously I don't have daughters of my own, but yeah, I'm right in the thick of it in terms of like that demographic and who I'm working with. And it is, it's disheartening because, right now the students have their phones at their fingertips and they have their computers, and so at any given moment we could be in the middle of a lesson, we could be in the middle of whatever it is that I'm asking them to do, and those like in between moments, they're just, the social media is just constantly going. And it can be, from an adult perspective, it can be really awkward to be walking in between desks and like see something that I don't really want to see, whether it's like something else that they're watching on social media of another person that we don't know, or just stories of kids coming in and they're having a really off day, and when we get down to the conversation, part of it is that they felt anxious to come into school because they had shared something of themselves, and now perhaps it was getting shared with others, or there was this fear of getting blackmailed. And like Eliana said, we've all been through that stage where you want to be accepted by peers, but it is just so much harder right now when you have the influence of social media. Like, if you did something scandalous as a teenager in the 90s and you maybe took a picture or something and maybe you even developed it, like, there's only one copy of that, and if it gets ripped and burned, that's the end of it and no one knows that it existed. And the second you put anything on social media, it no longer is yours. And it could be duplicated and shared instantaneously. And that's the hard part for youth to understand, is that like they want to be accepted, but at what cost? And that some of it is just so permanent, and the trying to get the youth to understand that even if you delete something from your phone, it can still be retrieved. If you put something online, it's basically there forever. We had, our generation had the luxury of maybe you might make a couple of mistakes here and there, and either no one knew about it or very few people knew about it. And now if you do anything on social media, everybody knows about it. So that's hard. Vonda, what about you? What do you think about that? I know you have an adult daughter now, and did she experience anything like that when she was younger?
I don't know if she did personally. I'm sure she wouldn't have shared it with me. But she shared stuff that, happened to friends, or, and not just females, males too, I feel like peer pressure has always been around. So that aspect of it hasn't gone anywhere. So you feel like, so I'll give you an example. When I asked my daughter about TikTok, she said there's a lot of good looking people that do these TikToks. And I was a little confused by that. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, let me give you an example. So she showed me a bunch of them. And a lot of them were like girls that were trying on different clothes. So they'd have little snippets of them in different outfits. And a lot of them were, them in short dresses, short skirts, and things like that. But they were all very good looking people, whether they were celebrities or not. I think the pressure for women, girls, it's that you have to be pretty all the time. You have to be thin. You have to be, just socially acceptable. And that's not being yourself. That's being somebody different. They have all these filters now so that you can take all the blemishes out of your face. You don't have pimples. You can have green eyes. You can just look totally different and not be yourself. And unfortunately, I think that's the saddest part of it all, is that people don't, well, young kids and even some adults just don't know how to be themselves. I think that, the kids with the, just, I feel like they just are lost, and that's sad. I feel like even with boys, they gotta, like Dina was saying, they gotta have the money, the cars, to fit in with the other guys, to be able to take girls out or whatever. Everything's so materialistic, and people just don't know how to just be.
Yeah, from the research that I did, it was the Mayo Clinic put out an article, and it was some survey that they looked up, and it said that there's a higher level of depression and a higher level of anxiety. And part of it is because they're on their phone all the time. It's like 97% of youth, they are on their phone daily. And I think it's probably all day, just having their phone, like Crystal said, at the fingertip. The whole idea of being liked, now they did have the benefits, the benefits was, being able to research things, being able to be knowledgeable about worldly type information. It's taken the place of a library or an encyclopedia. I know when I was young, I used to use the dictionary all the time. Now you just Google it.
Yeah, that's true. I feel too that, like, you can't just, you don't have the luxury of being ignorant, really. If you want to find out something or know something, you should be able to do it these days. I mean, like you said, Eliana, the fingertips with the computers and in laptops or what have you, you can just Google anything.
Yeah.
Oh, you should be able to.
Well, let's continue this conversation. We're here this is our first time on Our Conversations, and we're happy to share this with you. So I hope that you're able to kind of think about what we're talking about. So everybody, why don't we just talk about a little bit more on social media? Is it good for our society? Was it a good invention?
To me, I think it's a great invention when it comes to researching, right? When it comes to educating yourself with history, with things that you need to find, right? But at the same time, it's caused the level of bullying higher, right? When we grew up, people were getting bullied. Either you dealt with it or not, you shook it off. We never, at least me, speaking for myself, we never really, I wasn't a bully and I never got bullied, but it was something that we would never bring home to our parents to tell, oh, we're being bullied. Now it's a different type of being bullied, right? It's extremely different, because back when we was younger, it was being bullied in our faces. Mm-hmm. Now you're being bullied all over the world. Somebody could take a video of you and create a post about you, bullying you to the globe. You know what I mean? So, and then that person finds out, and then it causes stress and anxiety and depression and, you know, thoughts of suicide and stuff like that. So when it comes to that, I don't like it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and we got to just grow with the times. But I do like it for the educational part of it. You know, it's for the youth and for us. I'm learning every day off of social media. You know what I mean? But
I
it's the
agree.
other
I think
stuff.
that, yeah, I think that you're right. You know, the bullying part, that's also bad. Lately, though, I like that they have the empowerment videos. They have the you know, the videos with I don't know if you guys have seen the commercial with that swimmer there that has depression,
Oh,
especially athletes.
Phelps? No,
Yes,
Michael
Phelps.
Phelps.
Yes,
Yeah.
Michael Phelps. Sorry, I'm a sports fan, but I don't really watch swimming. So
The
anyway,
Olympics is coming. They're here. It's gonna be
yeah,
here soon.
I watch Olympics, but I don't really follow individuals. And ask me about basketball and football, then we can talk. But the point is, you know, he had this commercial and he was promoting, you know, videos of you going, you know, being able to go on a video call with a counselor and getting help for depression and anxiety and things like that. And it actually made me think of people out in, you know, Cape Verde or Africa or anywhere where they don't really teach that. You know, I mean, I don't know how it is now, but when I grew up there, that's not something you had access to. People didn't even talk about it because it was something that people didn't talk about. You don't go see a counselor. Probably, I don't even think I knew what a counselor was at that point. You know, so I don't know that. And then there's, you know, psychiatry, and then there's counselors, so people don't really know the difference. But as far as that goes, that I like that some celebrities are, you know, talking about people not having to be skinny. They can be, you know, whatever shape they need to be. They can have curly hair. You know, the thing that used to be before is you couldn't have curly hair like ours. Now everybody wants to have curly hair. Nobody wants straight hair. People want straight hair and can't have it, you know, that kind of thing. So for, you know, those things, I think it's great. The research, like Dino said, the bullying and the black, what is that? Cyber, what do they call it?
Cyberbullying.
Yeah,
Cyberbullying. Yeah.
yeah, all that stuff there. That's just the sad part of it, but it, you know, everything has its good and its bad, right? You just gotta do your due diligence, I guess.
Go
Yeah.
ahead,
Now
Crystal. What do you think? Oh, go ahead, Dino.
I mean, I just want to clarify it a little bit because it sounded like I was bashing on social media more than I was giving it praises. Like, so I like it more so for the exposure that it's given an individual, right? So as an athlete in high school, the state of Rhode Island, no athlete was ever being watched. Now, no matter where you are, what city, what state, what country, you can just put your own video out there on any social media platforms for other scouts to see all over. You know what I mean? So as far as that goes, I think like social media is great for that. That I love for the introduction that the kids are doing for themselves. You know what I mean? They're introducing themselves to the whole world where we didn't have that access. So that's a great. There's a lot of back then and now there's a lot of great players that never make it professionally because they're in the wrong city, the wrong state. There's no market. There's nobody watching them. Now you have social media. Social media is the market. You want to be seen. You want to be known. You're athletic. You're artistic. There you go. You know what I mean? So that's what I really, really love, other than the educational part as far as researching and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
I feel like it gives little businesses, it's all right. Like little businesses can get, you know, their name out there and things like that too. So that's also great.
Yeah, the exposure.
We're doing that now. Yeah, we're doing that now, right? We wanted to reach generations that are younger than us. We wanted to bridge the gap between us and the older generations that have come before us but didn't have this opportunity, right? I'm sure there were a lot of kitchen table conversations or Thanksgiving conversations that now we get to put on social media and hopefully open up the minds of everybody and have them, like Crystal said, start a conversation. Crystal, what about you? Social media, pros and cons. What do you think? Is it a good
Yeah,
idea?
I mean, I try my best whenever anything comes up. You know, I want to see both sides, but I try my best to think of the positive and not focus so much on the negative. And so much has already been said about that. But when I think about social media, I think about exactly what we're doing right now. So we're all cousins who are adults living our own individual lives, living in different parts of the state and different parts of New England, and we don't see each other the way that we would like to. And so I think about what this has done for us in this small scale, in this small way, and within our family. Like, it's connected us in a really beautiful way. And it took a pandemic for us to kind of start to reach out a little bit more and do and create this, or attempt to create this beautiful thing together. So I think about what it's doing for us right here in this moment. And so it's a really exciting thing because I'm connecting with a side of my family that I don't normally see. I don't see as often. And it's just a beautiful thing, and it makes my heart happy. So I think about like people connecting. And when human beings are connecting, it's I don't know, it fills my heart. So for us to be able to do it in this way and look forward to seeing each other in this way is wonderful. So I mean, I'm thinking of the positives. So that's what I'm focusing on. So I think it's good. I think for bringing people together, it's good.
Why don't you
Right.
conclude the show for us, Crystal?
I would love to. So, cousins, thank you for joining, and thank you for joining and watching this. We hope that you have enjoyed listening to our conversation on today's topic, which again was social media. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and that you continue to have these conversations in your own circles, and that you'll join us next time. So until next time.
And in keeping with the, social media, I hope that you will hit like and click for subscription.
Where's the down? Where that is? Where's the
Subscribe.
All right.
Nice,
So
nice.
until next time.
This is
our conversation.
our conversation.
We're gonna get better at that one day.
We need to get better.
Definitely.
After next
Till
time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.